Hi everyone and welcome to week 2 of Writing 213. I just finished uploading all of our work for the second module, which is working on a career research project. So if you're here in our Google Classroom and you toggle down to module 2, you can see that I have included our learning objectives for the second module. And then starting in week 2, I've included all of our work for this week. For week 3, week 4, week 5, and then the final career research project will be done here in week 6. So I'll ask that you not work ahead. So don't start working on, work for week 3 until I've assigned it next week. But I want you to be able to see what's up next and prepare for it. I think the smartest way for you to start this module is to look here at the career research project assignment. So go ahead and open up this document and you can see what you're working towards over the next few weeks. So this is about 1,000 to 1,250 words written in APA style. Don't worry about that if this is your first time writing in APA style or you're just working on mastering it. Along the way, you're going to submit some summaries of source material along with reference entries, where you have a chance to make a mistake and for me to show you what you're doing wrong and get it corrected before you turn in your final draft. So here are the important characteristics of the assignment. Your audience for this it's me and it's people in your class, but assume it's someone who's not really familiar with your career. I want this to be a really productive project for you, thinking about a potential career and learning about it. When you finish writing your paper, you'll also submit a reflection. I'm well aware that in a few weeks, you're not going to write a really great research project that's ready to be published. You're going to write something that you wish you could still make corrections to. And so you'll turn in a reflection at the end that tells what some of those things might be. And that's part of what I will consider for your project. Okay, so start by reading the actual career research project due in week 6. You'll turn it in on, not January 27th. This is due on February 27th. Let me change that date here really quick. On February 24th is the Friday. Sorry for my typo. Okay, so this week, to get started, I've included some media for you. Some of them are videos about finding source material. You probably went over a lot of this in your Writing 111 class, but searching for professional resources is an important part of what we're going to be doing in this class, so make sure you take that seriously. I've also included a short video that's about research as conversation that I think is really useful. Working with source material is a key feature of academic writing. It's something that you're going to be doing in all of your projects for this class. It's kind of a paradox because I'm asking you to write in your own unique voice, but to draw on experts' work in order to make strong claims. That's your goal for this project. So here in week 1, I have also asked you to complete a science communication inventory. It's kind of done like the introduction where we're writing it in a shared document so everyone can see what everyone else wrote. This is a low stakes assignment. I want you to fill the page thinking about science writing. The next thing that you're going to do this week is the large group workshop. We'll do something like this for every major project, and if you were in any of my classes before, this is a familiar process to you. I have laid out the process here in this explanation. So we're going to get in a document together. This was written by a former student who took this class and did well. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a real student from UAA's paper that they wrote, and with permission to use it anonymously, the student said this can be an example text for you to look at and learn from. So when we're workshopping other people's work, what we really want to do is notice what they're doing well so that we can bring that into our writing. We want to notice what they're doing that should be revised so we can make sure that we make those same changes to our own writing. As writers, we don't see our own mistakes because we understand what's happening in our own head. And so reviewing, responding, and talking about other people's work is a key part of becoming a stronger writer yourself. So make sure you read these directions really carefully, and then you're going to get in here to the actual sample research project. And so I've called the student Jane Doe and provided you with their career research project. One student is already working on making comments. And so you're going to use these commenting features of Google Docs. So you might decide to talk about this topic sentence here. So you might highlight this and make a comment about the quality of the topic sentence. Maybe you have a question about using source material. You're not sure if what the writer did here is appropriate. So you could ask that question here in the document, and maybe others will respond, maybe I'll respond. But this is your chance to look at this document. I really encourage you to think about what the writer's doing well, what questions that you have about the project, and what kinds of suggestions you might make for revision. Our whole class is going to be commenting in here. So I've asked you to comment, I think, just a few times so that there's room for everyone to make comments. And then when we do a smaller group workshop, you'll have more space to comment. Okay, so we'll do this each project, so you get to see a sample and you get to see discussion surrounding what's working and what might need to be revised. The other thing I want you to accomplish this week is to identify, summarize, and review a source for your career research project. That might be a website for a professional organization. Maybe there's a really great book that details your career, what you want to write about for your project. So working on this summary and review is an important way for you to try out APA style in a low stakes situation. If you turn it in thoughtfully, you'll get full points. And if you have mistakes, I'll ask you to revise them. And that way you're ready to just copy and paste that reference entry into your final project. And your summary will help you move towards some of the integration of source material. In week 3, we'll do a small group workshop. It'll be another sample paper, but you'll just work together with a smaller group of students in this class to do some important noticing. You'll also turn in another summary and review next week. Then in week 4, you'll submit a draft of your project. I will put you in a group then, and in week 5, you'll engage in peer review with your classmates. And then here in week 6, you'll submit your final draft of the career research project. So here we go on our second module, the career research project. Again, if you ever have any questions, make sure that you are checking in with me. I have graded and responded to everything you turned in last week. So if there's any confusion about what you think you might have turned in, just give me a call or send me an email today and we'll get it figured out. I hope everyone's doing well. Take care, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.